Hi, everybody. You're listening to the Wife Wednesday podcast. It's Wednesday, and I'm one of your wives, Sina.
And I'm Nicole.
Wife Wednesday podcast is a podcast that we created as a hobby, and it has now become an exciting journey for self-discovery. ... But really, we're just two women who talk about anything and everything. So come hang out with us. Grab your fries, it's catch-up time.
All right. So last night, it's 9:00. My son's crying, and I pick him up, and he's hot and shaking. Mind you, he fell down the stairs, bonked his head previously in the day. So I was terrified that I neglected my son's head injury all day. And his temperature was like almost 104. So we went to the ER to figure out that he possibly was having the start of a double ear infection. But honestly, better safe than sorry.
And yeah, much better. A double ear infection, way better than a concussion any day.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, and then I find out this morning on my Facebook memories that it's been exactly a year since we went to that ER hospital in the same room to get my son's staples in his head. The other son.
So February 19th, not a good day for you.
No, it's not.
Let's break that curse next year.
Literally, yes. So I got to start my 2 work from home days this past week. Like, everyone's on 2 days now, and mine are Thursday and Friday. It's marvelous.
Your dream just came true.
Dude, yeah. I'm literally like, I don't have to go outside or put on proper pants for 4 days. Thank you. Thank you. And then this week I had lunch with Sina.
Yeah.
And she got to meet my friend Brittany.
Yes,
and
I
vice
did.
versa. She really liked that sandwich. She's like, that was great. I'm like, I know. Don't you like panini? She's like, yes.
I was so bloated that afternoon. From
Oh
all
my
the
gosh,
cheese.
same. Same. We were both very gassy by the end of the day.
Glad it wasn't just me.
Yeah. So
I hear you rummaging in
I'm
your
sorry.
titties.
My boo bitches, sorry. Sorry, Dustin.
She was like elbow deep.
Dude, yeah. It just happens sometimes. I still lactate. So even though I'm not breastfeeding, I still lactate.
Oh. Mm.
It lasts for almost 2 years. So,
Wow.
Yeah. So this weekend I told myself that I wasn't going to clean anything, including my kitchen and living room, until I got my bathroom cleaned and put into order, and my dining room back to being a dining room instead of a storage unit, since I finally got all the Christmas stuff downstairs. So I did my bathroom yesterday. Like, I cleaned it. I cleaned off all the counters. I hung up the shelves that have been in my house since the summertime.
We're in the bathroom.
For in the bathroom. Yeah, it looks marvelous. And like got my toilet handle broke on the inside, so you had to like lift it every time you flushed it. Like, we didn't have a back on there for a couple months now.
Mm-hmm.
And I told Josh, I was like, I got the bathroom all cleaned up, but I didn't know where the new handle was that you bought, so I didn't try to fix the handle. And he just went in there and did it. I'm like, that's all it took. We've had this new handle, for a couple weeks now. Excuse me. Could have done that alone. But you know what? I'm just happy it's done.
Huzzah.
And now you have to walk through my little laundry room to get into that bathroom. There's a mountainous pile of laundry because I did all my laundry, including my Christmas sheets and bedding, so that I can put it away. And all my blankets that sit on my couch, because apparently Nicole was having germ problems. And my children eat food and sticky food with my blankets, and it drives me crazy. But those got done, and now I have to go home, do the dishes that can't be done in the dishwasher / clean my kitchen and fold laundry and take a shower, because I don't know if I'm going to work tomorrow or not.
I was going to say, did you get off for President's Day or no?
Oh, no, but I might be taking off anyways because of Silas. I don't know how his fever is going to be.
Yeah,
and I don't want to send him to where there's a bunch of kids.
If he's sick.
Yeah, because of it being no school, I'm like, I'll just send Titus, if anything. So, speaking of Titus, he's the star of the week this coming week at school. So he got to make his own poster, like with pictures. Like he chose pictures of him and Leo and him and Rosie, which are dogs.
Yes, of course.
And like all of his family too, but those were the most important pictures that he picked. You know? So my sister came over and helped him with that today. And my mom came over to watch them while I ran prescriptions out, because at 10 o'clock, no one's open to give prescriptions to pick up the next day. So that happened. And my mom helped clean my living room. Since I wasn't touching it, she kind of cleaned it for me and swept it so that I could just sweep up all the crud and vacuum my rug, which was really nice. There's warmer days coming. And I need it because my driveway is pure ice. Except for where I walk. I don't salt my driveway at all, other than where I walk to get to and from my vehicle. So I needed those 2 warm days the next 2 days.
Yes.
It's going to be nice.
My back patio driveway area finally melted.
I noticed. I was like, wow.
You see, I put the car up there.
Yes.
I was like, Nicole can be closer to the door if I just get up on that.
Oh, this is marvelous. I just want a hot tub because being a mom is exhausting. Because by the time we got home last night, he thought it was playtime.
No.
Therefore, mommy was up till 11:30, and Josh stayed awake, which is easy for him to do, to like take care of him in the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, 1:30 he woke up to get his Tylenol and stuff, and he was like crying. And of course, I still woke up because I heard him, even if I didn't have the monitor. And then it took him a hot minute to go back to sleep. Josh had to re-rock him till he was like fully asleep, and then he was up at another time crying for a hot minute, then put himself back to sleep, and then he woke up at 6. So, and as I left the house, he was going on hour 4 of his nap. So
some people just get to live the dream.
Right? I'm like, I wish I could have napped while you were napping. I had to clean. And then my son's like, Mom, we can do this Lego building a shark thing now. I'm like,
great.
Yeah, that's why I cleaned this table off. You're right. You are right. So I did that. And then I was like, yo, I'm going to make myself iced coffee, and I'm going to sit on the couch. I sat there. I was like, I don't have the medicine. So I had to run out, and then they were closed. So I had to come back, and then I had to run out again. And by the time I got home, I was like, screw it. I'm just going to leave for Cena. So I went and made sure Josh was awake. I was like, deuces. I am out of here. I'm going to record.
Bye.
So that's my catch up of the week. It's just been kind of rough.
So this past week, I realized I didn't write this down. My husband's grandmother passed away.
Yes.
And I don't know if I said something last week, but this past week was the calling hours. And there was no the walkthrough.
The walkthrough.
It was really just people talking to each other. I'm sorry for laughing,
by the way.
Oh, I know.
All I imagine is this like hit and run, like deuces, we're out, I guess.
Yeah, that's kind of what it felt like. There was no service. There was like a video slideshow of pictures.
Yes.
And then there was the urn, and then a picture of Dottie. And then I grew up Catholic.
Yes.
I'm used to very serious funerals. Yes. And then I was just like out of my depths with this.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Then
I saw Bradley.
Oh, Bradley! It's been so long.
He has long hair now.
Does he?
Yeah, it's like down to his shoulders.
Oh my gosh.
He's getting his tattoo sleeve done too.
Yeah.
It's like from his wrist all the way up to his elbow now.
Nice.
Oh, it looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess this is my ketchup. So every month at work, we, like there's a major managers meeting, and then my manager comes and talks to all of us about what was discussed, and then we all like have our own branch meeting.
To be clear, Bridget is your manager.
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yes. And they want us all, one person per month, like for meeting, to research something in our manuals or like on like the types of transactions we do or policy or something.
Yeah.
And just kind of like put something together and talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I volunteered to be the next person to do it. And
Ballsy.
yeah. And it's not anything.
I would never volunteer.
It's not like a huge,
forget about me. I'm in the corner.
And it's not like it's a huge project. You're just looking up one thing, and it's mostly just to refresh everything.
Yeah.
And so I made up this little like spreadsheet, of course.
Yes.
And have you ever heard of Canva.com?
I have heard about it recently.
I said something to you like when I did my budget on like the
calendar,
the
probably.
digital thing.
Yeah.
I made it on that. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And it is the object of my bank's name.
Uh-huh.
I put like those things in the corners and whatever. Like I decorated my project.
Yes,
okay.
Of course.
So I've got like 2 pages, and then like actual like government policy. I got like 2 pages of that we just get to skim because we're not doing anything with that.
Yeah.
And so I'm like nervous about it, but it's me and then my 3 ladies that I work with. Like, it's not like I'm doing it in front of tons of people.
Oh, then that's not bad.
No, it's just literally us.
My boss keeps trying to get me to come to this Toastmaster thing. And all it is people getting up and talking in front of people. She's like, you seem really like not shy. I'm like, okay. She's like, how about you come do this? This is what it is. I'm like, oh, no. No, I may not be shy in person. But don't put me in front of people. Don't do that. I could barely stand during my wedding.
That's how I felt. I felt so embarrassed.
I couldn't feel my toes.
It's like
as soon as I got on top, I couldn't feel my toes, and then as I walked down, I could feel my toes again. I was like, okay,
is this a sign? So this past week was the full moon.
Oh, you could tell me that.
And my dogs have been batshit insane.
Yeah.
We were up here in our offices, and all of a sudden Paisley like shot up, started mean growling, and ran down the stairs to the front door and was like growling at it. So I'm freaked out too. And then Percy, you know. And so we go down there and we look outside. My dumbass just goes and turns on the porch light, like the inside light. And Andrew's like, what are you doing? If someone was out there, they could see you. And I'm like, they'd know I was here because of the barking fucking dogs. Like, what do you think? But he had a point. And so, I mean, there was no one out there. And I'm like, what is going on? And they kept just going nuts. And I swear it had to have been the full moon.
Yeah.
So I just had brunch with the family
Yummo.
Because today is my beautiful angel baby Paisley's birthday.
Oh, sweet baby.
And since we went down to Grammy Grampy's, we had French toast and like chippy ham eggs and sausage and just like chef kiss. It was delicious.
I remember
and
those
so
breakfasts.
We gave Percy and Paisley their own piece of French toast, and we cut it up for them, and now they're literally in a coma.
They are.
They're in food comas.
Yeah.
Which is great. I guess that's really it for me.
All right.
The following episode contains material that may be harmful or traumatizing for some audiences. Listener discretion is advised. This episode is intended for listeners 18 years of age or older. You're listening to the Wife Wednesday podcast.
It's Fact of the Week. So in 1739, Richard Palmer was identified by his former school teacher as the outlaw Dick Turpin.